All right, chat, let's do this. I wanted to avoid this if I could, but I can't. Last night we lost Game 7 overtime on home ice to Pittsburgh in the conference final, which still sucks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a team this strong on paper again. I highly doubt it because of the cap implications. So, yeah, we're gonna see what we can do because I don't quite have the answer right now, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it together. Oh, thoughts on the Ben suspension. Shocked the NHL did the right thing. Shocked they did the right thing. All right, Seattle or Pittsburgh, who's it going to be? And the answer is the Seattle Kraken. The Penguins fall to the Kraken in the Cup Finals, so we lost for nothing. Seattle beats Dallas, Edmonton, Arizona, and then Pittsburgh. En route to the Cup. Fair enough. Good for Seattle. I don't really know what their team looks like at this stage. Led by Beniers, Jesse Ilanen. Wow, Matty Beniers just went off. Vitaly Kravtsov came back from the KHL, apparently. Shout out to the New York Rangers, who do not know how to develop prospects at all. But he's on the Canucks now. Don't act like the Rangers don't get the blame. Don't do it. Oh, good! Good! You know, the goalie we picked up at the deadline, or at the draft, in a throwaway trade for a draft pick. Hey, that's what I just said. You gotta listen. Yeah, he never played a game for us, but he was technically on our roster last June, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't even good, but he was good enough. Hate it here. Hate it here. Damn it. Damn it. So Seattle gets it done. Damn it. Individual awards. Jesper Bratt wins the Art Ross Trophy as well as the Hart. Cam York wins his second straight Norris as a Leaf and his third in the last 4 years. Dard wins the Bing. Quincy wins the Calder. I think we were saying that Quincy should win it. Conn Smythe goes to Matty Beniers. The Vezina to Robertson. Oh, good. Barneston and Harenstam won the Jennings. That's great. That's great. Our former head coach Peckham wins his second Jack Adams. He won one with us. Now he wins one in Philly. Clark Caswell wins the Selke. Bratt the Ted Lindsay. Bedard the Rocket Richard again. In the AHL, do we have any familiar names? We just have a lot of Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Anton Forsberg was the best goaltender. Matt Coronado, MVP of the playoffs. Fair enough. But yeah, AHL definitely being taken over by a lot of generated players. And, God, let's see how the draft lottery goes. I can't imagine we'll be able to do too much here. New York Rangers win the lottery. They do. They do indeed. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, exactly. The Rangers get to waste another pick. Exactly. Same season as last night. Yes, you haven't missed anything. We had a slightly late start tonight. All right. Kucherov and Panarin are gone. Bo Horvat. A lot of people. A lot of familiar names and faces. Including Morgan Riley. 1 season away from Toronto, and then he retires as a Capital. Hampus Lindholm's gone. Mackenzie Weegar, Jake McCabe. And in goal, Grubauer, DeSmith, Merzlikins. 4 NHL games, Zach Fucale. There you go. Horvat and Riley became coaches. Maybe we'll look at Morgan Riley. Let him be the head coach of the Marlies or something. I don't have a plan right now with this draft. I don't. The Rangers want to trade the #1 pick, though. You know we'll be in for that. There is no franchise-level player. But yeah, if a team wants to trade a #1 overall pick, we're going to be in for it. First and foremost, goalie-wise, yeah, Barneson's value is down. It is because he doesn't have a contract right now, but still. God, what are we going to do value-wise? Dickinson, Lahtinen. Who do we want to use here? I got quite a few players who could be on the outs. I think I'd like to use Lahtinen in the deal, at least to start off. Makala, Panay. Crooks isn't that bad. Let's go over to those goalies. We do have the 29th overall pick. There are certain roster players I don't want to move on from right now until we are certain of who we have. We can use Nikita Sergeyev. He'll take a while to be ready. So Lahtinen, Sergeyev. Gonna have to add a little bit more, which is okay. We'll try to trade Barneson in a different deal. Have a lot of seconds again. What about our own at 61? And the Minnesota 58. And the 54th. All right, we are going to have to give up that first. How close are we? Odds are we can trade back into the first round if need be. Quite far off in terms of value. Shit. I'm going to have to add somebody into this that I don't want to get rid of. Never mind! A first, 2 seconds, and 2 decent prospects was enough for the New York Rangers. We get the first overall pick. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to be using a lot of timeouts here because we need to do some research. We need to do some research, especially because Nicholas Eriksson's available in this draft. You got to do some research as to who could be worth taking in this draft. How much should we blow it up? So far, we haven't. We'll see if that's still the case in the next few minutes. Defensively, I mean, there's the medium 4s, but no X factors, so we're not trading up for them. Brandon Kostopoulos, did I watch the Spider-Man gameplay trailer? I did, and it does look very good. But, I mean, no shit, it's Spider-Man. I mean, the last one was amazing, too. So, no real surprise there. Rory Quint. Ooh. I mean, all these guys are expected to go kind of in the top 10, so no real surprise. Fisher's got some abilities. Mr. Besser, what's happening? Doing good. How about yourself? 3 years out for Kelly. It's a bit of a risk. Like I said, right now we are just taking a look at those who are available. We are not making any decisions yet. We are just scouting out our options. Gold bounce back would be absolutely horrific. I don't know if that guy's worth the risk. Obergauer, Clint Helms. That guy's 20 already. Not a lot of great defensemen is what I'm noticing. Not a lot of great defensemen in this draft. It's a bit of a shame. Given who we might be getting rid of, that is a bit of a shame. Because we already know players from our team this past season, some people have to go. That's just the business. That's where we're at. All right, right wing. What do we got? There's Aino Salo. It's not bad. I haven't looked at scouting in this way before, but I figured, hey, let's try something new, even though we have quite a bit of success in terms of drafting, mainly because we trade like a son of a gun to get it done. Some people got to go starting with the GM. I mean, in terms of the Kyle Dubas method of evaluating whether or not a GM's good or not, yeah. By that logic, Jesus Christ. 4 of the top 5 are left wings. But yeah, by that logic, yeah, I should be gone. I'm going to play it. Spider-Man, yeah, I don't know if I'll play it on stream. It depends. I mean, it comes out towards the end of the year. November, I think it said. And that can be a busy time for sports games, but we'll see. We've had a history in the past of start off the night with like an NHL and then switch to something else. We've had a history with that. Man, there might be a lot of lowlights. Of course, aren't you the deepest at left wing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Our best depth is easily on left wing. Easily. But that does just mean that we could potentially move on from certain people that we weren't exactly planning on moving on from, even though we know that we're going to be moving on from people. Do you get it? Do you understand? Good. Good. No, roster's not on PlayStation. That's why I said last night, Xbox Series consoles. Sox, thank you for the 57 months. I'm not reading that. I'm happy for you, or I'm sorry that happened to you. Favorite song of all time is Buddy Holly by Toto. Cool. Thank you for the resub. That's my response. That make me a bit of a dick? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. All right, left wing. Yeah, pretty much had a runway here. It's the chorus by 679 by Fetty Wap. Well, hey, if I want to talk to Varg and Sox and Varg, I will. Sergachev, as you should. It was a hell of a video. That's why I recommended it last night. Eli Staples is okay. Corbin Vitale. Oh, God. Mateo Shantz. Rocking those shants. Tremendous. Fetty Wap's going to jail. He is very much going to jail. He'll be someone else's trapped queen. Because you see. Prison. Do we have everybody on the list that we're looking for? I think we do. I think we have just about everybody. Center depth in this draft looks fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. We didn't pin any of the guys who were expected to be taken at the top of the draft, which is good. Because we know we're going to take one of them first overall anyway. We wanted to look at Hector Merritt. Didn't have the grades. Kostitsin didn't have the grades. Okay. Okay, so pretty much have everyone pinned that we'd be considering taking at the top of the draft. We take a look, though, at the top 5. There is Eric Wellwood. I mean, no non-A's, which is good. NHL ready Jeff Carter comparison. No gold. Big rig, crease crasher, big tipper. Got to be honest, not having a gold is a deal breaker for a first overall pick, man. Unless our scouts are wrong, but Alex Delmore. Okay. Grades balance out. NHL ready Patrick Kane comparison. Gold 1T, beauty backhand, make it snappy. That's not that bad either. Rick Tubert. Straight A's as a center. Backstrom comparison has Send It. Send It's not inherently bad. Send It, tricky, puck on a string all alone. Robin Ustorf. Also not bad. Joe Thornton comparison. Ooh, gold elite edges. Okay. And then Braden Winquist. Also straight A's. Big rig, relentless, potentially crease crasher, back at you, potentially big tipper, unstoppable force. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not that one player There really isn't that one player where it's like, yep, there he is. Him. So it does raise the question, how valuable is this draft pick? About half a bar, a little bit under. It's not that bad. Get Macklin back. Yeah, it wouldn't even fetch us a Clayton Keller. Wouldn't even fetch us a Clayton Keller. We would have to go for like a Barrett. About the best I could do is Barrett Hayton on 50%. That type of player. Get Edward Sale back after he disappointed us and we traded him in the first place. Could get Owen Power, who is typically very, very good. Would be very expensive even at 50%. I feel like we're just gonna have to make this pick. Feel like we're just gonna have to make this pick. There is Dimitri Emelin. That guy's a UFA now, though. Love to get that guy for the team, but he is a UFA now. If I played Blasphemous, no. Now we see why New York wanted to trade it. Apparently we have found out the hard way. Good for Dallas keeping most of their core together, though. Like I said, there are players to trade for, but not too many. There is Matthew Tkachuk. That would apparently be a phenomenal idea. There isn't that one player that's really jumping out for me. Because, again, we would have to get someone to retain 50% on one of the very, very good players. Which is also pretty risky. Pretty risky. That Quincy guy for the Sharks is insane. My God. Matty Beniers, but I mean, he's a UFA. And the key to our success has been running with RFAs until we can't anymore. Which is still probably going to be our approach. Yeah. I think we got to keep the pick. I think we have to. That said, Detroit wanted to trade at 7. Really quickly for shits and giggles. Yeah, no one has an offer up. Detroit at 7 because there are going to be some players available. Weeks, Carpenter in the 3rd. Carpenter, Lume. Okay, we could get a deal done for that 7th pick. We get a deal done for that, no problem. Because there are a couple of players that we're looking to move on from. Barneson being the top one. I do not know if Detroit needs a goalie. They do not, so we won't get rid of Barneson here. Sin and Endo, their Barkley impressions are phenomenal. Most recent episode of the Tukey Stick Podcast, everybody, for that one. Okay. We got to solve this defensive issue. Oh, God. So we know the Colborn's a right side shot, but we don't know if he's coming back. There's Dickinson on the left, Bouchard on the right, Nurse on the left, Carpenter on the left, Hartman on the left, Panayi on the right, and then probably Cam York as a lefty-righty. We got to swap out some left side defenders. I'm going to have to call another timeout here. Pretty much we're using all of our timeouts before even making a pick. I'll be on the clock for about 15 minutes. Crash Andrews, hella. So Colborn, it's probably worth keeping him around to see if I can sign him for cheap. Dickinson's deal is up, but he's an RFA. Bouchard is expensive. Nurse's deal is up. If we go York... I don't know if I can. I can't really afford to keep Darnell Nurse at 36, can I? You got Carpenter, Hartman on the left, Dickinson. In case Colborne goes. Probably Dickinson or Carpenter. Carpenter's not bad. I just don't think he'll ever be like that elite level offensive talent, even though he's got good 1T. Is there anybody else I can use in terms of value? It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Right wing side, I don't know if anything's going to change there. Let's go use that timeout. I think we'll be making that first overall pick selection in a minute. Probably try to pick up the 7th from Detroit as well. Probably. Left side, already Perry, Ullman, Kuba, Makala. Kiiskinen got worse. So the terror from Tampere, his time is probably done here. And center, we know McCann's going to go. Lume might leave too because he wasn't that great. Okay. Let's use Lieb. I can presume this guy is not going to get much better. I can presume. On this side, no clear-cut answer to get rid of Suominen. It's only a 60 at 19. Tack that guy onto the deal. Right wing side, Jenner's okay, no real value. Can use these two low elites as well. Let's go back to Detroit. I don't know if they'll be able to afford this. Apparently they could. Let's take out the two right wingers. So we got Lieb and Suominen. Is that enough? No. Had a feeling it wouldn't be, but that's all right. Again, we are figuring out our plan on the fly. It really does depend on what deals are available to us at the time. The goal is to obviously have as competitive of a team for next year as possible. All right, so it should be the 7th overall pick and a 5th rounder for a bunch of long shot prospects, but not complete garbage. Thank you very much, Detroit. So we'll pick up the 7th overall pick as well, which is good. Goalie-wise, Barneson, we're going to be using the trade finder. We know he's gone. We just can't trust him. And it sucks, because I really thought he'd be our guy. I did, but he is not him. 2/3 from Florida. We know if we trade him to fucking Florida, we're going to regret it. Stubbs, thank you for the 4 months. Let's pull the trigger on this. Carson Barneson to the Florida Panthers, and maybe he'll cost them some money. Or he'll be great for them and beat us in the playoffs. No in between. Matt Murray. Can't get anything half decent for you. Got Bardovic, Backstrom, Cheveldave. No real reason to not let those guys continue to develop. Defensively. If I were to ship Colborne's rights, mostly a 3rd rounder back, it would probably be better to try and keep him. Darnell Nurse's rights would be a 7th rounder to Montreal. That's a tough one. Schultz, you're not going to get much better. Garvin, you're also not going to get much better. 2nd and a 4th from Carolina is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Take that deal from Carolina. We'll send Garvin out, who's just never really going to be NHL caliber. And there was no deal for Schultz. Fox, there's an outside chance. He's a lefty, isn't he? Yeah. Eddie, you're never going to make it here, buddy. 2 3rd rounders. 2nd rounder from LA to take on the Kiramaki. 2nd and a 4th from Seattle. Fox, you're out to the new Stanley Cup champion, Seattle Kraken. Crooks looks good. Brashear, you are never going to make it. 3rd and a 4th, 2/3, 2nd and a 5th from Columbus. 2nd and a 5th from Columbus. Do not mind if I do. You're dumb enough to offer me the deal, so I'm going to take it. Not going to be able to get anything for Brodin. I'm going to have to call another timeout in a minute. Man, what are we going to do? I still don't know who I'm taking first overall either. That's the worst part. No clue. But defenseman, it's pretty well cleared up. I think I'll probably hold on to Colborn and Nurse's signing rights for the sole purpose of it actually helps us quite a bit just to know that they're out there as options if I have the money. Right wing side, I don't know how many of these guys are coming back. Salmonen really let us down in the playoffs. Jenner's fine. Ullman, Perry, Kuba is a problem. Can I get anything for Taro Kieskinen? I cannot. Wagner's pretty good. Benak's pretty good. Hensick and Bjugstad. Can I get anything for Hensick? Cash out. 2/3 from Boston. 2nd and a 7th. 2nd and a 6th from Columbus. Well, congrats to the Columbus Blue Jackets. You win another trade here. Can I get rid of Bjugstad? 2/3. Do I see a 2nd? Do I see a 2nd? 2/3 to Anaheim. You got a deal. You got a deal. And at center, Jared McCann's signing rights. Nothing there. Mika Zibanejad's signing rights. Nothing there. Can I get anything from Miller? No. Okay. I think we've pretty much cleared everything out. There are some big names that are probably still going to have to go. But we will base that on the draft. And now we got a lot more draft capital back to move up and down as we need to. So first overall, I'm not overly excited about any of these guys, if we're being honest. All of them have good starting grades. All of them are NHL ready. Yada, yada. Wellwood doesn't have a gold. That has to disqualify him. Delmore has 1T, which is obviously never a bad thing. Ricky Tubert has Send It, which is okay. Tricky puck on a string all alone. I mean, he is just a wizard with the puck. Robin Ustorf has Edges, Yoink, Relentless, and In Reverse. Those are okay. And then Braden Winquist. Big Rig, Relentless, back at you. Unstoppable Force, maybe Big Tipper. You don't see the AI use Puck Protect all that often. They do use it, but not a ton. Like I said, I feel like I just have to disqualify Wellwood. He did very well in Liga. But he's not the only guy with... I mean, every single prospect has an A+ in shooting, so... Lack size, no other weaknesses. Trade down. Well, funny enough, Nashville actually now, they do want to move the pick. I didn't notice that. We actually will move down now. Fair enough. I did not see that. Nashville. Aaron Ekblad, your most valuable player, huh? Give me this Ling character here. Caden Ling. Left defender, of course, but I mean, third overall pick in Ling is not a bad idea for the first overall. Safety net it really quickly. I think it's going to be first overall for the 3rd, Ling, and a 5th. Pleasure doing business with you, Nashville. Pleasure. And now they want to get rid of the first pick. There is no reason for us to trade for this, we're aware. Nashville with the first pick. take Tuberts. Wow. All right, Ricky Tubert off the board, 83 overall. Wasn't expecting that. Honestly, that was the guy I was kind of leaning towards taking, so I might have botched this. And Chicago took down. Okay. Didn't know his overall would be that high. Okay. Who's left? Two outright left wingers, or we take the left wing, right wing in Ustorf. It's interesting that neither of them took Wellwood. It's like they know. It's like they know. In terms of attributes, though, he is the best of the bunch. Big rig, crease crasher, big tipper. Ustorf has edges. You like relentless in reverse. I know this guy doesn't have a gold. For whatever reason, I'm just kind of hoping the frickin' scouts are wrong. Lindquist had a hell of a season for Guelph. He's not a big goal scorer, though. He does have big tipper. Ustorf, pretty strong season. Wellwood in Liga. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I don't know why. But I feel like EA is trying to pull a fast one here. And I'm not going to fall for it. We're going to take the Norwegian, Eric Wellwood. Okay, he is an 84 overall, which is good. Okay, I was wrong about them pulling a fast one. He does not have a gold. His shooting category is outstanding, though. His shooting category is outstanding. He does have crease crasher and big tipper as silvers. We'll see. We'll see. Delmore has the same shot, but has gold 1T. And then Tubert was very, very well-rounded. Ustorf was an 81, did have edges, but it was really more of a two-way. Ice pack, yoink, in reverse. I mean, he is an outright two-way. And then the Islanders of 5 get Winquist, who's an 81. 91 shooting. Okay. Yeah, there was just something about it with Wellwood where I couldn't help but think there had to be something wrong. That our scouts had to be wrong. They weren't. He's good, but is he future super elite left wing? I don't know.